Let's talk about one of the most important meetings you can have in business, and that's the weekly one-on-one with your direct reports. Think about the essence of leadership. What are your responsibilities? They are to set the agenda, drive performance, create success, build a collaborative culture that values clarity, and hold people accountable. So this is why the weekly one-on-one is so important, because it helps you deliver on all of those. It ensures that you have a close relationship with the members of your team, and by doing so, you actually develop a better understanding of what motivates them and what are their triggers. It gives you that opportunity to check in on whether or not they're focused on the most important priorities on a daily basis. It's a chance for us to give them feedback and for them to give feedback to us about how we can support them better. And it helps us agree on what are the commitments for the week ahead. So let's break that down and just see exactly how that works. So I think in most cases, 30 minutes is going to be enough once you've established a cadence and a rhythm of how this works. So the agenda that I'm about to set out for you is, it's important that we share it with our team members so they turn up prepared, ready to go, they understand the flow, and we're going to get much better outcomes because we've got a consistent process to follow. So, and if you, as a leader, you think you don't have half an hour each week to spend with each of your direct reports, I would challenge you that you're probably focused on the wrong things, or you're not delegating enough, or possibly a bit of both. So let's think about the flow for this weekly one-on-one. The first step is just to check in. How are you going? Give me a number for your business week and your personal week as a score out of 5 or 10. I want to know how they're thinking, how they're feeling. Is there anything personally that's holding them back? Not necessarily to check in to go into a whole lot of detail, but if I want to understand where they are. And I'm also going to ask them as part of that check-in, is there anything front of mind for you that we should be dealing with and talking about? So we spend a few minutes going through that. Second step is priorities and progress. What have they been focused on for the past week? What's worked well? Is there anything that surprised them or came out of the blue? I want to make sure that what they've been focused on is the most important priorities, because people easily get distracted by what they like to do, not necessarily what they need to do. So it gives me a chance to understand exactly where they are. Then we're going to talk about what are their blockers and where do they need support? Is there anything they're struggling with? Is there anything I can do to help them to clear the path, make things easier, coach or mentor, give them a better understanding about how to solve a problem or approach an issue? So I'll spend a few minutes talking about that as well. The next step is feedback. I want to take a chance to think about how I can support them, how I need to redirect them, what do they need to know, where are their improvement opportunities, and I'm going to check in with them about how I could perhaps support them better. Is there any feedback that they can give me about anything I can do more of or less of in order to help them perform better? We're going to check in about their professional development. What have they been looking at? What have they been reading? Is there an opportunity for me to give them some direction to focus on an area of their development and help them through? We may not do that every week. That might be a once a month conversation, but I want it to be on the agenda so it's front of mind for everybody. And then we're going to agree on our commitments for the week ahead, that they've agreed that they're going to focus on this. I'm going to support them in certain ways. And then in 7 days' time, we're going to catch up again. We're going to check in about that. And we're just going to repeat that process. So we get this really nice rhythm going of building a strong relationship, understanding their strengths and weaknesses, giving direction, making sure they're focused on the right things. And that's the essence of a successful business. Having a team all focused on the right things and working together with clear and open communication on a regular basis. I hope this short video has been really helpful for you. These are the things I love to talk about. If you would like more information, in the notes there'll be a link to a download so you can get a PDF with more detail around what you've just been listening to. And if you'd like to have more of a chat, there'll also be a link to book a time with me so we can have a quick chat and see if there's anything else that I can help you with. I look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Cheers.